What's good, Panther Nation? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I'm your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on one time.
All right, all right. Hey, and we're back with you today with Mock Draft 3.0. Let's get it. Tony, cousin, how you doing today?
Man, I can't call it. You know me. Six in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Guess I call it even as usual. What's good with you
Hey,
today, cuz?
hey, you know what's good with me, cuz? We are
What is?
very close to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. All right, we are at 965. 965.
Already.
If you're watching this video and you like our content, if you want to help us out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video, help the YouTube algorithm out. Check us out on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and on X at Two Fans ITS. All right, cuz let's go ahead and get into it. We did a
Okay.
live last night and somebody in the chat suggested that Washington was looking to trade, their 2 second round picks maybe for Brian Burns. All right. So that
Right.
would be pick 36 and pick 40. So that got us thinking this the last night this morning. It's like, you know what? We didn't get a chance to do our mock draft last night. Why don't we put something together? Well, we try and see if we can't make that scenario pan out. All right. What we have on here, and I've kind of uh went ahead and did the trade already. Okay. So what we did
Okay.
now, we selected Brian Burns, traded him to the Commanders for pick 36, which you see right here, and pick 40. Okay. So this is all before
Okay.
the draft is started. All this is already done. The trade has happened. So now let's just go ahead and start the draft. And this is the first time I'm using Draft Buzz. And I did a little bit before we started. And let me tell you, these trades they have on here are whack and like the offers. So
Just
I ain't gonna
crazy.
look at I'm just gonna reject all these. Okay. So
All
now if
right.
we go back and look at the first round, let's see who got picked. Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, Drake May. You see the list go on down. I'm gonna scroll fast
Yes,
here.
sir.
And that way we can see everybody that got picked. And this is what I was talking about here too, because they got oh goodness, they got Bo Nix going in the first round of somebody, the Chargers. I'm sorry,
You know
not the
what?
Chargers, the Rams. My bad, that was the
Oh,
Rams.
the
Okay,
Rams.
yeah, my
Still, you got
apologies, that
Matthew
was the Rams.
Stafford. But
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry, I saw LA. But I'm not even gonna lie. Now this one does hurt because look at pick number 32 right there,
Peyton
gone,
Wilson.
Peyton Wilson. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see what we're working with here. Now we have pick 33, pick 36, and pick 40. Okay, so we have traded away our star defensive end. All right. And that's going to be a position of need that we have to fill right now. And Tony, I guess the best available they got right here. Look who's on the board. Chop Robinson.
Chalk
Okay.
Robinson.
Let's look at the wide receivers we got too. There's our boy, Lad McConkey, Adonai Mitchell,
Yeah.
Jermaine Burton, Malachi Corley, Ricky Pearsall, Xavier Worthy, Dontrez Walker, Keon Coleman. Okay, so I mean, tell you, we really got the pick of the litter here as far as wide receivers. All right. And like I
What
said,
what line
this is
what linebackers on the board?
let me see, Edrin
Adrian
Cooper,
Cooper.
Junior Colson, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Javon
Yeah.
Solomon, Cedric Gray, Tommy Eichenberg, Maris Lifu. Wow, however you say
Yeah, him.
it. All right. So what you
Yeah.
thinking with this number 33 pick?
We traded Brian Burns in this
Hmm.
scenario. So now we don't have any immediate help, star potential on the edge, outside linebacker, rush
Hmm.
defensive end, however you want to label them. I would say replace what we just lost, a defensive end. It's
Okay.
so many different scenarios because right now we got three picks in the next seven.
Hmm.
33, 36, and 40. So, I mean, we can actually hit on all three of these picks. Chop Robinson ran a 4.48, 6'3", 254. Okay, big boy. His 10-yard split was a 1.54. 32.5-inch arms, 9 and 1/8 inch hands.
Mhm.
Junior out of Penn State.
Place what we lost.
He's the best available on the board right now. Let's go with Chop Robinson.
All right. All right. Now, wide receiver. Okay. We still have the pick of the litter here, to be honest with you. Lad McConkey, Mitchell, Burton, Corley, Pearsall, Worthy, Walker, Keon Coleman. What you thinking?
Yeah, Coleman is still on there. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Keon Coleman. Right there.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And again, I
Hey,
say everybody, we don't usually use this draft simulator, and as you can tell, this is a lot different from the one that we do use. But on
yeah,
this
we
one, you're
normally
able to
yeah,
throw in a current player that you have as part of a trade. So this is why we
right,
this is why we decided to use this one today.
right.
Because on the one that we usually use, I don't think Keon Coleman would be there.
You know what? You know I'm all about the trenches, right? But
Hmm.
hear me out. You know I'm all about the trenches, and I'm thinking the way things sound right now, Carolina is not going to make a whole lot of changes on the offensive line, and I think if they're going to make any changes to the
Hmm.
offensive line, it's probably going to be done in free agency, and they're going to use the draft to draft some younger, speedier talent on the offense. So I'm thinking, just my opinion. You tell me what you think. I think we double dip right here at wide
Wide
receiver.
receiver. If this is a scenario that would play out, this is kind of like a perfect storm. I agree with you. I was actually
Right.
kind of thinking the same thing.
Lad McConkey right here, and then that pick 40, Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman.
Yeah.
All right. Now, like I said, y'all, this right here is definitely the epitome of a perfect storm. Okay. Highly doubt this
Right.
would happen, but hey, like we said, we just trying to
But
play
if
out a scenario that somebody suggests
yeah.
to us on our live. And now we're at the first pick
Mhm.
of the third round, pick number 65. All right. So where would you like to go here, Tony?
Linebackers or defensive line, or maybe even corner. Let's see what's that.
Okay.
Listen.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
You can't go wrong with Edgerrin Cooper or Jeremiah Trotter with
Okay.
this pick right here.
Me
They
personally,
throwing. Yeah,
we were
go ahead.
talking about players that we thought were, not going to be here once all is said and done, and players that we were like, oh well, I didn't see that coming. Now, one player that I think may be on the chopping block is our current middle linebacker, um, Shaq Thompson. Okay.
Right.
So now we got Cooper and Jeremiah Trotter sitting right here. I say we go linebacker and pick one of these gentlemen.
Okay. I like Edgerrin Cooper looks smaller than what he really is. He's
Hmm.
230 pounds. He's very aggressive. He's a downhill thumper for someone of his size. He runs sideline to sideline, very aggressive. He could be too aggressive at times and overrun his gap. But
Hmm.
I love his aggressive style. He got that dog in him. Edric Cooper ran a 4.51, 6'2", 230,
Okay.
34-inch arms. So he got long arms. He can, which will help him get off the blocks. When you talk about pulling guard or guard trying to reach the second level, he got
Hmm.
the length to extend, you know, to keep those uh guards off of him. But yeah, I
Okay.
like Adrian Cooper, man. What
All
you
right.
think?
I'm in agreement. So I was just waiting for you to stop so we could draft him because you you done talked me into him about 5 minutes ago. So
Okay.
we good.
All
All right,
right,
let's go
all
ahead and
right.
take Edric Cooper. Okay, so get rid of all of these. All right, so now we are at the first pick in round four, which is pick 102.
Look and see who's available on the offensive line.
Okay, we
There
got
you go.
Dominic
Zach
Uni,
Zenter. Ah,
Zach Zenter. Okay.
Zach Zach Zenter is a dog. He can play
Mm-hmm.
center or guard. for Michigan. He got hurt, if I'm not mistaken, towards the end of the season, but he made it back for the national championship game. You talking about someone that understands leverage,
Mhm.
blocking. That I think Michigan, no, Washington won the Joe Moore Award this year as the best offensive line. I think Michigan had it the year before. You know, I
Okay.
could be wrong, but I believe Michigan had the year before. But Zach Zinter is somebody that I'm high on as far as on the interior offensive line.
Okay. All right. Well, like we said, hey, we want depth, we want competition at all those
Yeah.
offensive line spots because you see what happened with the revolving door that we had at offensive guard last year and how that played out for us. All right, so let's go ahead and take Zach Zinter, offensive guard from Michigan. So now we are down to pick 141, first pick in the fifth round. All right, and we just addressed the offensive guard spot. Let's go to all real quick. Okay. So we have
Okay.
Jarvis Brownlee Jr., cornerback from Louisville, Josh Newton, cornerback TCU, Nehemiah Pritchett, cornerback from Auburn.
I like the
Tony, what you think
corners
we should
that's
do with this pick?
available.
You like the
I
corners
don't
that's
know much
available?
about I don't know much about Jarvis Brownlee Jr.
Mhm,
Josh Newton, I watched quite a bit of tape on him. Corner from TCU. He's a little undersized. He didn't run as fast as I thought he was going to run at the combine, but he is
mhm,
very aggressive, especially in press man corner. Nehemiah
okay,
Pritchett ran faster than I thought. If I'm not mistaken, he ran like a 4.3. Yeah, he ran a 4.36 at the combine, which I told you a week ago
mhm,
he's a little handsy, but his speed, if he can control the hand aspects, same thing with JC Horn when he came out of South Carolina. He
mhm,
had to work. They had to work with him, not to be holding, not to be too aggressive. Yeah, either one of those, man. Because I think right now, if we're going to trade or release Dante Jackson again, we need some competition or someone to replace him on the outside. So I think corner. We've been screaming about the depth at corner for the past 2 years. So this is our
okay,
opportunity to pick up a corner.
all right. Well, we spoke about Nehemiah Pritchett. You like Josh Newton. Okay.
Pritchett,
We
let's see, I can't remember his height. I think he about 6'1", 6 feet 190. So
okay.
good size. Good
All right.
size.
Let's go ahead and get.
Okay.
All right. So we're on the clock again at pick 165. Dante Jackson will be released or traded. Okay. So we did
Hmm.
pick up a cornerback because now we have JC Horn. Dante Jackson is being traded or released. We still have Deshaun Jameson, DiCaprio Boodle. So we're bringing
Right.
in Nehemiah Pritchett for competition and potential depth at the cornerback position, which we do need sorely right now. All right. My thought on this is we still try to add some more depth at the offensive line spot, whether it be tackle or guard. What's your thoughts?
You can go that route as well. We are under the mindset that CJ Henderson won't be back. Probably Dante Jackson won't be back. What are the chances? It's 50-50 on JC Horn being healthy and playing the full season.
True.
So you talking about Troy Hill, DiCaprio Boodle, Deshaun Jameson, and whatever corner they bring in. Jerry Jones is another corner that I like. Same size, height,
Mhm.
and weight as Nehemiah Pritchett. Competition matters at Florida State. Uh, aggressive corner, another 4.38 guy, so he's fast. So they
Okay.
got the length, the size, and the speed to play out there on the corner. That's something that has hurt us in the past few years is our depth at corner, especially last year. Ivero did a good job with what he had. I'm gonna let you make this choice.
Okay. But you know what? You brought up some good points. Okay. And now that I think about it, that cornerback room is going to be extremely thin. Extremely thin. A lot thinner than our offensive line room if everybody comes back
Mhm.
healthy. Okay. If
Mhm.
everybody comes back healthy and can stay healthy, our offensive line has some potential. And hopefully Canales can go in and kind of suit his scheme to the strengths of our offensive line, but that is yet to be seen. So we'll find that out. But you know what? I'm gonna go with you, and we can take Jerry and Jones here. Okay, so now we're down to our last pick in this draft, pick 180. Okay, let me go back see who's best available on the board. Um, you know what? One position in tight end. Okay, because Hayden Hurst is now he's going to be released, per reports. Okay. So
Right.
do any of these tight ends stand out to you? Anything jump out, about any of them?
Jared Wiley, six
Jared
six,
Wilder.
about 250, 255.
Hmm.
He's a big target, smooth, snatch the ball out the air. He got good play speed for a tight end. His blocking
Hmm.
is it's about average or a little above average or whatnot. But if you want to talk about that's a vertical threat that can affect the seam, down the middle of the field and the big
Hmm.
red zone target. He came from an offense where they threw the ball a lot at TCU. Jared Wiley would definitely give you more explosiveness from the tight end position.
All right, bet. Well, you know what? Not only you my cousin, but I trust you. So let's go with Jared Wilder. So let me go ahead and recap here. All right. So for those of you who may have skipped ahead in the video, we traded Brian Burns for the Washington Commanders, 2 second-round picks, number 36 and number 40. So at 33, we took Edge Chop Robinson from Penn State. 36, we took Lad McConkey, wide receiver from Georgia. 40, we doubled down, took another wide receiver from Florida State, Keon Coleman. 65, we took linebacker Edgerrin Cooper from Texas A&M. At pick 102, we took offensive guard Zach Zinter from Michigan. Pick 141, cornerback Nehemiah Pritchett from Auburn. Another cornerback at pick 165, Jarian Jones from Florida State. And with our last pick in the 7th round, we took Jared Wiley, tight end from TCU. All right. And that is our draft. Let us know what you think. Let us know if this is a type of scenario you think that could play out. And like I was saying in the beginning of the draft, for us to pick up Chop Robinson, Lad McConkey, and Keon Coleman, probably not realistic. Okay. Let me go ahead and make sure I say it's probably not really. This was a perfect storm type of situation on a mock draft simulator. But I thought it was very,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be fun to try. But let us know in the comments, what do you think about this mock draft, and tell us how we did. But before we let you go, as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Like us on all social media at Two Fans in the Stands. At X, we are at Two Fans ITS. Okay. And as usual, 3 things for you before you go. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, everybody, keep pounding.